Hello everybody and welcome to this guide and tutorial for the golden shot. Difficulty level is hard and I'm going to go over and give you 8 shots on how to bring this baby home. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also visit golfclashtommy.com for more Golf Clash content for the golden shot, tour play, tournament play, you name it, check it out. Also December special where you get the updated text guides on how to crush the tournaments for a major discount. Patreon.com/golfclashtommy. All the links in the video description down below. Before also we start, if you like the guide, thumbs up please, and I want you to make whatever comment you like, but especially what you got in your chest. Did you get the hole-in-one? Did you get something else? Let me know that as well. Yes, in this version we are going to play hole number 2. I was hoping for hole number 2 of the in the tournament, I mean in the Holiday Hills tournament, because here, you know, we're gonna get a chest no matter what we do, and now it's all about getting it close. But it was a little bit harder than I did expect, because there is some glitchy spots on the green that we cannot really remove. So I tried and I tried and I tried, and I do think that I found a spot that is going to be consistent for us. But I wanted to mention that about the glitches on the green, because sometimes we're going to catch one of those, and that is just unlucky and not something that we can control about. Because every time I make a guide, I need to find one spot that works for every wind, and then we just tweak spin. I don't see a guide to be valuable if we are going to have to use 1, 2 or 3, or like 2 or 3 different positions with different type of wind, then it's going to be too hard. First, you can win the obsidian chest in the for the hole-in-one, amber chest for the yellow ring, we do have crimson chest for the red ring, we do have aqua chest for the light blue ring, and then the cobalt chest for the dark blue ring. We are going to play with the golden wood club, maximum distance plus 15%, which means that we play downhill, and the ball guide is going to, the ball is going to be affected more by the wind, which is also 1.8 per ring, and that 1.8 is already included with elevation, so you do have that in mind. To make it even easier for you, take a look at the right hand side. There you see from 5 miles per hour up to 8 miles per hour, and as you can see here on the top left, where you have the wind, so you do have, for whatever type of wind you're gonna have, you see the VPR, or like the wind per ring number to adjust for. If you do have more questions about the golden shot, press the question mark, you get to the frequently asked questions. And last but not least, if you do have any problem, you press the contact us button and send in a ticket to the Golf Clash support. As always, we do have the amazing text guide made by Tony Richardson for this guide. As always, do subscribe to his channel, Tony Richardson Golf Clash. Hit that subscribe button, share some love. Here we do have everything: landing position, we do have spin adjustment, we do have VPR. Link to this guide is in the video description down below. You can also find it on golfclashtommy.com on the golden shot page. But we're gonna get back to that in the end, and we're going to take a look at the landing position. Here we do have 2 references that we'll look for. 1, left side of the blue ring by the rough line, and then 2, the white ring to the right, just inside the rock there on the right. So there's 2 references that you're looking for. You don't have to focus on the ball guideline, because it's going to be too hard to focus on the ball guideline to try to replicate. So you look for the blue ring, you look for the white ring, and then it doesn't matter if you add spin first or you add spin afterwards. That's completely up to you what structure you want to use, because the position is going to be the same no matter what. So I think it's time. Let's go over the video, and we do have 8 shots that I'm gonna talk through, and then we're going to summarize in the end. So let's go. Shot number 1, we do have a crosswind and a headwind, and we start by using, as I said, blue ring by the rough line with the white ring slightly inside the rock there to the left. And now we're using 0.2 backspin with 2.2 side spin to the left. 5.2, we look at the chart, we see 2.9 rings is what we are going to adjust. and we're not gonna use any curl, any overpower, any underpower whatsoever. Unfortunately, we do hit great. But as you can see here, even with a great shot, we're still gonna be fairly close. We do lose distance, and which we always do with a great. With a great, you're always going to lose distance, and it's not gonna go as far as with a perfect shot. And we also miss left, which makes sense when we hit great left, which tells us, okay, we are on the right path to get it there in the hole. Berserker shot, berserker balls, awesome. And we can maybe stock up here. 7 miles per hour. Now we turn it around. Headwind, crosswind coming right to left instead of left to right. And now I'm playing 1 right spin, and I'm also playing half a bar of backspin, at least here in this example. Change it around a little bit, and now I change to just a click backspin and half a bar of side spin to the right. We might need to, yeah, it's going to be an interesting to see how this ends up. 7 miles per hour is going to give us 3.9 rings. Perfect ball, very important as always. If you do not hit perfect, you will most likely not get an hole-in-one. We get it in the end here, very, very nice towards the pin. A little bit too much to the right, but I would say it's going to be hard to just try to dial that one in. Sometimes we do get a little right, and sometimes we do get a little left, especially when we do have so many bounces towards the pin. So I do feel that that adjustment is super solid. 7.4, and now we do have a rushed shot a little bit here, but the result in the end is going to be fairly good. 7.4 gives us 4.1 rings, and we're gonna hit this ball perfect. And the ball is gonna bounce, and it's going to bounce. And you see we're coming in a little bit too much to the right. The ball is still gonna get itself very close to the green, and I will take it, you know. And as I normally say, if we do miss, we do want the red ring to be the minimum that we do get if we missed, and we're still gonna be okay. 6.1, we come with a crosswind and a tailwind, or just a little bit of tailwind. This wind is kind of hard because it's going to be extremely tough here for us. There you can see as well that we do in the end use 2.5 bar backspin, and we also use 1.5 bar side spin to the left. And here, this is once again the tough part for us to get the spin correct when we do have somewhere in between. We do have more crosswind than we do have tailwind, but we still have tailwind, so we do need to at least adjust for that. We bounce on the fairway, and it comes in, and we get, there you can see the little glitchy roll there, but at the same time that glitchy roll gave us a little bit extra speed, which made us go a little bit too far, or you know, it actually helped us. You know, with tailwind, you are in the risk of getting that little glitch there towards the pin, which sometimes will help you, sometimes will hurt you. And that's the tough part with tailwind, which it's not something that is going to happen if you have headwind. So if you're gonna, or crosswind for that matter, if you're going to choose a wind to have, that is headwind. Now I'm using a click topspin and also a little bit of side spin to the right. In headwind here, I would like you to play with half a bar of topspin, and then just compensate a little right or a little left against the wind, depending on what angle it's going to go from. Because in headwind here, the ball is basically just gonna stop when it hits the ground, so we do need to use a little topspin to get this ball to come in here. And now using too much side spin to the right, otherwise you can see we do have the perfect speed for this shot here. See what we do get, the Desert Storm, we do get the Big Dog, we do get the Claw, and then we do have some Falcon card, which is nice, and then 3 Berserker Balls. Now, we do have a slight headwind together with crosswind. Once again, when we have somewhere in between wind, it's always going to be harder for us to get it correct. I'm using 2 bars of side spin to the right and half a bar of backspin, and then we're gonna see what happens. 5.3, 2.9 rings. And here you have the beautiful part with having a wind chart on the or the VPR table on the right hand side of the game screen, as you in that case can just look at that. You don't have to use any calculator in any form like that. And you could see there on the 2 holes back, I was like, okay, let's use Clash Caddy, but I turned around directly. Why use it? Because I do have the VPR table. So Guardian cards, awesome. Horizon cards, and then we do get a berserker ball in the end. A little bit too much to the right. We have a tendency to come in too much to the right here, guys, especially when we do have a wind coming right to left. Crosswind, tailwind, 7 miles per hour, and now once again with tailwind it's going to be very tough. And I play this one with a little bit more than 2.5 bar backspin, and I would say 2.5 bar backspin is kind of what I want us to play with. So it was a little bit of an over adjustment here. 7 miles per hour gives us 3.9 rings, and the perfect ball, and it's gonna bounce on the fairway, and it's gonna get a very nice bounce here coming in very nicely, and we get it in for an hole-in-one. There you can see we got a little glitch there as well. So in the end, very pleased with that hole-in-one. We could have played with 2.5 bar backspin, then we would most likely not be getting the glitch, but we will still get the same type of result, which was nice. We're gonna see, we do get Houdini cards in the end. Oh, 19 Falcon cards, that's awesome, and then some berserker balls. 5.3, we do have a crosswind headwind now, blue ring by the rough line, and then we do have the white ring slightly inside rock there to the right. And now we're gonna play with 0.2 backspin, and we're gonna play with 1.5 bar side spin to the right. And you know, you're going to see the suggestion with the side spin that it's going to be, you know, a firm side spin, but in the end you're going to have to tweak that depending on what wind you're going to have. It's very hard to just completely copy what happens there. You need to be innovative as well if something happens. Nice little roll there, comes in very beautiful for a second hole-in-one in this guide. So what did we learn on this guide then? We learned that it's way easier to play in headwind and crosswind than it is in tailwind. And the reason we have an easier time with that, it's because we're going to have to gamble a little bit with the glitches on the green, but that happens always when there is tailwind. That's why this hole is harder to play in tailwind, but in the end it's still manageable. As you can see there in the end, we still got an hole-in-one in tailwind. You can still get it close. I just want you to know that before you play. And in the end, we're gonna take a look at the chart here, and we do have the landing position on the top left, blue ring just by the rough line with the white ring just inside the rock there to the right. And you don't have to add spin first, you can do that whenever you want. The landing position is still going to be the same. Okay, well, let's start in tailwind. Straight tailwind, 2.8 bars backspin and half a bar of right side spin. If we do have a wind coming right to left with tailwind, 2.5 bars backspin and 2.2 right side spin. Coming the other direction in tailwind, left to right, 2.5 bar backspin and 1.5 left spin. Then we have crosswind left to right, 0.8 bars backspin and 2.5 bars side spin to the left. Coming right to left, 0.8 bars backspin and 1.5 bars side spin to the right. Then we do have crosswind and headwind, right to left, 0.2 backspin and half a bar of right side spin. Coming the other direction, left to right with headwind and crosswind, 0.2 backspin and 2.2 left spin. With a straight headwind, we use half a bar of topspin and no side spin whatsoever. And then you have the VPR on the right hand side there. So use this chart or just have the video up, or I would say like this, check both, because that is going to help you big time. So in the end, thank you so much for watching this guide. Make sure that you do subscribe to the channel for more content, and once again let me know what you got in your chest. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, and thank you so much and good luck in the golden shot.